Shalom, all praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, Merkakadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone, for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Right, now I'm going to do a quick video about this guy over here. Where did that put this picture? Where? Sorry. Right, this guy over there. Now, I don't know what he calls it. I think it's Araya. Or as you would say in America, or Aria. Right. So, yeah. So this guy, the mushroom tip guy, and everybody who knows these twins, knows where the mushroom tip is. So he's that guy. Now, title of this video, not video, but this caption here: Holland GMS sodomites fed me, sheltered me, because now the reason why I said that is because of this. So in his video, which is this, I'll put a link in the description box. He basically calls us sodomites. He said everybody of GMS Holland, it's not GMS Holland, everybody of Great Millstone is a sodomite. Fuck them, they vags and shit like that, vagabonds. And let me see. Okay, not here. And then he has the other one with here, I think. Right. No. Well, in the video, he does it. He calls every single individual GMS member vagabonds. You know what I mean. You know which word I mean, vagabonds. So that's what he calls us, right? Basically, it calls us PMS, premenstrual stone, and stuff like that. But this is the funny part. Now, we have a brother in the camp that used to be in contact with him. You know what I'm saying? And he sent him a list, man. This is so horrible. That's why me personally, I'm like, yo, you need to save some things, man, that some people sent you. But he had a whole list of GMS members' names of who he was getting money from. And he was asking brothers in this camp, the camp that I'm in, Great Millstone, Holland. He was asking brothers for money, begging. And the reason why I said begging is because of this. Now we have another brother that was trying to get him a job, tell him how to do things, his skills, because this brother, he's always making money. He always has something to make money, and it's legal, don't worry. But he always has a way of making money. He's like this dude that always has a job. Not even necessarily government type job, like go get a job application and stuff like. No, making money off of just things, man, buying doors. And as you can see here in Holland, cost. How you spell cost? Oh, so. Right. Here in Dutch door installation costs. You could rack up this money and better doors, stuff like that. United Inch, whatever. Basically, these other things and stuff like that. But yeah, you can get up to like this amount of the Dutch doors and stuff like that. Per square per square foot and stuff like that. Why are Dutch doors so expensive? Whatever. But the point is, you can get a lot of money, so you got things like that. So he's trying to tell this dude, like, hey, why don't you, get a job? He was mad, dead set against this, like, no, I ain't no slave, no Edomite, I'm royalty, stuff like that. And so, but he was asking us money. So I already know, like, that's begging. Because here it is, this brother give you some insight on how to get some money, and you tripping, talking about you don't want it, but you be asking 70 euros. And there's one time, he did, when you call up a brother, let's say you don't see a guy for 10 years, or your own brother for 10 years or 5 years, let's say 5. And then he come to your house, he get to talking and stuff like that, say how the new kids that he has, or the new relationship that he been in and has now, the old one that he been in and has now and stuff like that, new kids, what his kids be doing, how he doing. And then after like 30 minutes talking to you and stuff like that. But then he lays it down like, hey, you know what? Check this out, man. But hey, I'm kind of down right now, man. You know what I'm saying? You got like, 200 to borrow me. So you'd be like, what? That's why you're here. But this guy, the mushroom tip dude, this guy, he didn't even do that. He just sent you a PayPal request for money. He'd be like, yo, send it. Just send that PayPal request, right? Y'all right this I'm gonna get that PayPal request because I think that picture that's still available because that's on PayPal itself. But the list of people that he was asking money all throughout GMS camps, right? Well, it's the brother deleted it, right? So check this out. Now you have. Let me start up in the scriptures, right? No, let me start up in the comment board. So I went to his comment board, the video, and then I started typing like, what is this guy talking about? And then I said, we was not sodomites when we was putting food in your snout. And if you ever wonder why you wasn't getting money no more from the Adaquan here in Holland, is because I cut your water off. Why? Because the brother Kazak was sending you money, and the brother Barak Shar, he was sending him even more money, trying to get him into some skills and stuff like that. And the brother Natasiyab asked you what? You asked money on his PayPal, sending a request, begging for more money, even though this brother over here trying to fix you up with a job and stuff like that. And listen, we are in Europe, man. We are in Europe, and still he trying to tell you how to get money, how to even not even be living off of the government and stuff like that. But he wanted you to get a job for example, go work in a freaking grocery store. Stop begging people for money. But now we're sodomites. Ecclesiasticus in the book of Apocrypha, which is Sirach 40 and 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg. That's why I call him a beggar. Why? Because the brother was trying to fix you up with that money, man, with the income, and you didn't want it, but you wanted money to sleep in hotels. I'm like, go sleep in a fucking tent, man. Why? Because after a while, I was like, why is this guy still asking money? He doesn't want to work, nothing. Listen, man, you don't have to work. I ain't gonna tell you to work. I'm not your boss. But I'll tell you one thing. If you are a burden to another person, then I will tell you go get a job. But if you don't have a job, but you're not a burden to anybody, I ain't mad at you, man. Go ahead, do ahead, man. You free, right? I ain't got no problem with that. Why would I have a problem with that? You know? Yeah, I'm not picking that up. Right, now it says here, remember, doofus, I cut your income off. I cut your water off through the spirit of Yahweh I said it actually funny because I was thinking of that skit from Master P. Yeah, nigga, cut your water off. I cut your water off, nigga. Because it is funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all cut your water off, folks. Right? Right? Through the spirit of Yahweh, you should ask yourself why they never sent you money no more with your fancy income. Because you had a fancy income, man. You know what I'm saying? You had money to sleep up in the hotel and stuff like that. Like, what? No. Stop sending them money. Well, what y'all doing? You didn't want to get a job, but kept on asking money until I found out about it and rebuked them, and they stopped. Right? You was getting mad money, though. Brothers put food on your table and had you in hotels sleeping. Now we agents? Oh, yeah, he also called us agents at the same time. In this video. I haven't played everything because he's a mushroom tip dude. He likes putting mushroom tips up in his mouth. He looks like he high right about now. Look at him. His motherfucker eyes are swollen up like he been up in a dick sucking contest. I don't know what the fuck he doing, like he been up in a fight. I don't know. Maybe he got poked in the eye. And you know with what? A fucking mushroom tip. He got poked in the eye. I don't know. I have no idea what this guy's doing. This guy high all the time. He's like Towley. High all the time. What you doing? Getting high. Why? I don't know. I'm like getting high. That's what's up, man. Mushroom tip dude. What's going on? Now it says here, Yeah, so is the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh an agent name slash thing also? Because he calls us agents, he calls us sodomites, but still he uses the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, which came from the people that he's now calling agents and sodomites. When I heard that you didn't want a job because you said it was making you feel low, then I was like, yo, cut this guy his water off, and guess what they did? Now I know why your female fucking shit. I shouldn't have said that. But now I know why your female parent kicked you out the house for that D-I-C to the K. You know what I'm saying? D to the C to the I to the K. What? D to the I to the C to the K from her new boyfriend. Her new and improved boyfriend. You gotta be a real demon for your mama to pick dickety love over parental love. It's fucking funny. You're rebellious. You are rebellion. You rebellion. You rebellion. You know? You are rebellious and calling out people that helped you. But like I said, I never liked you. Ask them. I always was like, I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this dude. I never trusted you because I know your type. Always your hand out for some money and boldly saying you don't want to work but ask money to eat your next meal. I have no problem if a man doesn't work as long as he is no burden nor bother. Did I say brother? No. Nor bother to any person. That includes females. Don't be leeching off of bitches, man. You a demon. I don't even like. I don't like the Jake motherfucker, and I don't like no motherfucker. Okay, I'm talking about the Jake female. But guess what? I will not use her for money. That's despicable. I'll cuss your ass out. I'll say some brutal things, but I'll tell you one thing: I will not try and abuse you, man. That's disrespectful. Why would you do that? I'd rather throw an egg at you, and I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather eat that egg. I'd rather throw an egg at you than to leech off of you with some money. Come on, man. I'm not gonna do her like that. Anyway, some people have a dignity. They have a limit. You know. Some brothers have skills to make money by selling products. They buy clothes and then sell them cheap or whatever. But yeah. Now you know why you ain't getting money from Holland brothers no more. And also, why I showed Barak Shar to stop talking to you on the phone. Remember that? That's also why. That's why I showed the brother to stop talking to him on the phone. Remember that? Anyway, kiddo, have a nice day. Smirked up. I don't mean this, actually. He should know, like sarcastic. And by the way, I do mean this. You know how? Because if I go to the true definition of the word nice, it means foolish. So have a foolish day. That one I mean. But the other one, like the modern day explanation of the word nice, I don't mean that one. You should know. I hope you do well scamming other people out of their money. You can respond if you want to. I don't hate you, man. Know what I'm saying? I just never accepted you. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 4, which is in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, verse 22. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reference of any man cause thee to fall. For example, I'm not being disrespectful. This is actually respectful in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. But what I'm about to say is this: the reference. Let me get the word reference right. Let's say the elder apostle says, deep respect for someone or something, regard or treat with deep respect. So guess what? If the elder apostle says, like, I'm just giving an example. This is purely an example. If he tells you to do something that's against the scriptures, like, for example, if he tells you, like, you know what, you can take that chip, man. It's going to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Yo, just because you have deep respect for him, don't make that man cause you to fall. And that goes the same for me, too. I'm not talking about you have reference for me. No. Please don't. The thing is that, you know, don't make a person that you admire or respect very good or high make you cause you to fall, right? I never accepted you from the beginning, but I never stopped the brothers from sending you money. after I found out they was doing it, right? So after I found out they was doing it, I was looking like, okay. Until you took it too far by starting to ask now on a shamelessness tip. You was shameless, man. You was sending dudes just requests. Like, all of a sudden, brother went into his mail, his email. All of a sudden, he saw there. He thought he needed to make a payment or something. He was like, what is this? What is this? And then he looked at it, and then he saw you, your name. I think it was a government name, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna just call you by your Hebrew name because that's your name. That's your name. Aria, you say. We say Araya, but you say Aria, so I'm gonna pronounce it how you want it to be pronounced. Then I cut your water off, man. How you like that drought, by the way? Smirk, then a grin. Right, that's that grin. So, right now I'm going on. Now it said you're trying to get people addicted to the mushrooms instead of detoxing them, and not to rely on any substances other than the addictions of the scriptures. Just like any herbs, like ashwagandha, for example. Ashwagandha is a herb, by the way. And you can powder it up. You can have leaves. You can have sticks and stuff like that. It's a tree, you know. It can be addictive, but it is very good for you. What? It is very good for you. Oh, sorry. It is very good for you. Oh, you will need less sleep so you can work better at the job, which you don't want. You only need like 4 hours sleep, and then you back to full energy. That thing is no joke. It is no joke. One time, right? It was like, I think it was 2 o'clock, and I think it was 2 o'clock or something like that. And then I took it, and this was a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and then I took it. But you shouldn't abuse this because I don't think that's normal. You should just have a regular day's sleep. But I knew I had to get up in 4 hours, so I took the ashwagandha before I went to sleep with some warm water. I wanted to say some hot water, but with some hot warm water, yeah, if you could say that. And then after 4 hours, I was like, what? I feel like I always feel after I had a long normal rest. That's how I felt. It can be addictive, but it's very good for you. Oh, sorry. Right. It says here, and you only need like 4 hours sleep, and then you I already read that. Right. This thing is no joke. Take it in at 000 to 100, and boom, you're good to go at 4 o'clock in the morning. Then get to the job at 5:30, 5:30, and you're not tired whatsoever for the whole day. By the way, you're not tired for the whole day. Ashwagandha, I ain't playing. But now, if you start relying on that thing, it will become a problem. Why? Because now, if your body gets used to that, it's just like coffee. That's why they stink all the time, and they need that coffee. And if they don't get that coffee, they're gonna get cranky. But this, it's most likely gonna work the same way. Like if you don't have this, then you tired and you all angry and you want to go to sleep back again. You know what I'm saying, no, just get your ass a regular day of sleep, man. Just go to sleep on time so that you can wake up early to do whatever you need to do. Right? You're just a junkie, man. That's what you are. Because a junkie wants to like eat mushrooms all the day. You probably need that mushroom to cope. Oh, the cop now. To cope with the outdoors you live in, and with the outdoors you live in and sleep in. Because like I said, this dude didn't have any housing, and then brothers were sending him money for the hotel. That's horrible. And now he calling brothers sodomites. He didn't use that word. He used the other word, vagabond. That one. Minus the James. Minus the James. Minus the 007. Right. Maybe you need it, but a normal law-abiding brother doesn't. Maybe you need it, but a normal law-abiding brother doesn't need this mushroom thing. It's mushroom tip in your mouth. All right? If you live with someone, you need to follow their rules, or else get the hoot nanny out their house. Your female parent picked wisely. Got your ass out the house because you're stubborn. So let me speed this up. It's already almost 30 minutes. The Heavenly Father also made poisonous plants like the suicide plant. That doesn't mean it's good to touch. You know, because he's talking about, yeah, the Heavenly Father, the Father, he's the one that made the mushroom. The mushroom, he's the one that made the mushroom. And so the mushroom, when you eat the mushroom, it's going to be good for you. It's going to be psychedelic, and it's going to be, you know, all type of things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's going to be psychedelic, and you're going to be spiritual about it. You know? My man, listen. The Heavenly Father made syphilis. Does that mean that you should go get it? No, not everything that is created by the Heavenly Father is a good thing to be using. He also made barren women. That doesn't mean that they are supposed to be like that when they are normal. That is a curse from the Heavenly Father, and these plants are curses. This mushroom that you're talking about, he made like 15 fucking videos on mushroom tips. This guy really wants to put the mushroom tip in his mouth. I ain't playing. His videos is full of where the hell did I put this guy thing? Think it's here? Right. Okay, let me refresh that. No, it's the same thing. Okay. 1 mushroom tip in your mouth. 2 mushroom tips in your mouth. 3 mushroom tips in your mouth. 4, 5. This guy's doing it, man. He's really doing it. 6. All about the mushroom tips. What the fuck are you doing? And then you have another one, which is Angel of Death. Is this it? No, this is it. Oh yeah, this is the channel I'm looking for. So then on this channel he has 2 channels. The one channel is Angel of Wrath, and the other channel is Wrath of Heaven. Right. So he got 7, whatever, 8. I think he double posted it all over the place. And this guy is smoking weed, man. And we know here in Holland what the fuck they put in the weed. That shit it's how you call that thing? We know what weed does to people. If you've seen this guy's girlfriend, well, one of the brothers, they're synthetic. How you spell that? This one? Synthetic weed. Contaminated synthetic cannabinoids have been associated with major overdoses around the country. They're cheap and inconspicuous, meaning that they don't they're not let me double check that. Clearly visible. They're not unattractive. I wanted to say not invisible, but you can't notice them. That's what I wanted. Okay, but I forgot the word. Unnoticeable. That's it. Inconspicuous. Yeah, they're unnoticeable, not clearly visible. Oh, here, no, unnoticeable. Right. I was thinking about that word. Right. So, a lot of people have been dying. They've been dying. Major overdoses from freaking weed. That shit'll kill you. How synthetic marijuana has been plaguing America. Insider. Let me see. Here in Holland, man, K2. It's called K2. Here in Holland, yo, man, if you smoke this weed over here, this is hard drugs, man. Hey. Back in like in the 90s, you know, a little bit early 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? That weed was kind of like not fucking gonna knock your legs down, but nowadays, that shit is strong as hell. How I know? You just walk by and I smell the shit, and I'm like, that smells dangerous. It smells so potent. I'd be like, that's not even real. And even if it was real, guess what? It's not good for you. Because how do the CIA do their mind control things and stuff like that? They give you weed. If you look up this video that I posted up I'm gonna put the link in the description box about the war on drugs. No, the CIA actually created the LSD. They created this. They created the opportunity for you to get marijuana and stuff like that, for you to open up portals so you can be plagued by demons. A lot of people, they get like psychotic when they smoke weed. That's why they allow it, because that's why they let it loose, not allow it. That's why they let it loose, because they want you to open up them portals. And a lot of psychotic people, especially in America, they kill people. You know. Let me see, black man run. Okay, this guy, check this out. I'm trying to get this video. Wait. Okay, check this out. Look at this, look at this shit. Bing. Oh man, I want to put the sound. Ooh. Somebody said, "Oh." And then another one. And another one. Right. That's what you get when you smoking drugs. That's what you get when you're using drugs. Know what I'm saying? And what he's trying to get you to do is actually do the same thing. So you should watch out with dudes like that, man. Like this guy. This guy's bugging the hell out. Cannabis, mana, and DMT. I don't even know what DMT is. What's DMT? Ooh, it looks like a very fancy drug. How is DMT produced? Is DMT acid? My good. Ah! What? LSD, when I see that word, I'm like, yo, CIA. Project MK Ultra. MK Ultra's researchers later dismissed LSD as too unpredictable in its results. Yeah, but they doing it because they using acid. These fucking liars. I have the documentary where they're showing you the potential use of LSD and other drugs for mind control. This is what it is. You gotta understand. There's always disinformation agents up on this. In this, Esau is a liar. He tells you the truth and he tells you a lie at the same time. Did you know that LSD was legal and marijuana wasn't? How do you spell that? There was this drug bust. Damn it. There, LSD to change the personalities of intelligent targets to control whole populations, continued by the United States. But like I said, wait, oh, got it right, got it. The U.S. federal government didn't outlaw LSD until 1968. Okay, 1968. 1960. What was it? 86? 68. 68. The government of the Republic of Vietnam. can't find actually exactly what it is here. But like I said, I have the documentary, so you can check it out. Now marijuana is legal in certain states, but you can check the documentary out. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. This guy was being arrested because because they was trying to arrest him, they was trying to get him, right? But he had LSD all over the place, but they couldn't arrest him for the LSD, so they got him for the marijuana. I was like, what the fuck? That is what they was doing, man. They are the one that actually created the LSD, and then they let it loose upon the people. So in this, I know what I'm talking about. In this, I saw this, man. It's real. It's not a fake thing. So you gotta watch out with this guy. He's teaching you that LSD is a good thing. LSD is not a good thing, man. LSD will fuck your ass up. That guy that you saw running against like he was a bull. That guy was high out of his fucking mind. I'm saying some form of drug. I have no idea what he smoked, or maybe shot up. He took his clothes off, started banging on cars. Literally, he's a real gangbanger. He's like he does drive-bys, man. You know what I'm saying? He does walk-bys. You know, so watch out with a person that tells you that cannabis and then mushroom tips in your mouth and DMT are lawful. You gotta watch out for people like that. And we're warning you, watch out for people like this, man. You know? Let me read the scriptures in so I can shut this video out. You know I'm saying? How is DMT produced? It's DMT acid. Isn't the only psychedelic drug that researchers are studying for its potentially therapeutic effects. However, they're also looking at LSD as it. Oh, did I make a mistake? They're also looking at as. Oh, no. Okay, check this out. They're also looking at LSD slash. Quote. I don't know how you say this thing. But yeah, acid, DMT, this thing, and more. The drug has different trip length and varies in terms of its legality across the globe. The difference between magic mushrooms, LSD, and this thing over here, ayahuasca. Did I make a mistake? I hope not. If I did, sorry about that then. Anyway, let me just go on. Like I said, I have no idea what type of drugs these things are, but I saw it and I read it real quick. But let me just read it. What should you know about the key difference between a psychedelic drug like magic mushrooms, and LSD? Scientists are increasingly hopeful that certain types of psychedelic drugs will one day be approved for medical purposes, like treating depression and anxiety. How about stopping the shit that you're doing and anxiety? Fix your high blood pressure, you piece of shit. What? Just drink herbs, man. It's simple. You don't have to make these. You don't have to make these drugs. You know what I'm saying? What is this here? It's kind of small. Psychedelic and their sources. This is magic mushrooms. This is acid, and this is that. And okay, this is LSD, and this is DTM. What is that? Oh, that is the DTM. Let me see. Where's the DTM? I'll leave this link in the description boxes. I don't want to make this video too long, but then I saw this thing. It looks like a plant. Let me see DTM here. The shamans. I already see what the fuck it is. It's some plants and stuff like that. What do they do with it? They be conjuring up spirits of shit. So basically, guess what? It's still some form of some kind of shit. Snakes. We already know what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? Shamans. Just to be correct, you have people that be doing these type of things and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that this thing itself is evil, because our people are, wait, let me explain it good. I'm not justifying this shit. Don't use this. That's the point. But you have this thing, and Esau uses the rainbow for evil things like sodomy, but the rainbow is not an evil thing. So that's my point. So you have a lot of herbs that you can use, but we don't condone you getting high because it's fucking witchcraft, man. It's witchcraft, right? So let me get this. Oh wait, let me get the scriptures right. Let me get the scriptures right. Now it's like this, okay? Pop. Let me just read what I wrote, and then I'm trying to keep it under 40 minutes. It's very irritating, but let me just read this then. The book of Genesis, chapter 3. The book of Genesis, chapter 3. And 18. 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake. So the ground would be cursed, because he obeyed his wife instead of the Heavenly Father. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. So in sorrow we gonna eat from the ground of the earth. And what are the ways? What are one of the ways of the manners of sorrow that we are going to get? For 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 38. Good. 38. And Elisha came again to Gilgal, and there was a dearth in the land. A dearth is a drought, basically. Scarcity or lack of something, right? A situation where food is in short supply, dearth, right? A drought of food, basically scarcity. And the sons of the prophet were sitting before him, and he said unto his servant, set on the great pot, and seed pottage. Set on the great pot, and seed pottage for the sons of the prophets. And one went out into the field to gather herbs, right? And found a wild vine, and gathered thereof wild gourds, his lap full, meaning, he fixed himself with his thing full, his sack or something. And not something, I mean, like, you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. And came and shred them into the pot of pottage, for they knew them not. So he had basically a sack full. All he could carry. That's what it's all about. That's what it's saying. So they poured out for the men to eat. And it came to pass, as they were eating of the pottage, that they cried out and said, O thou man of power, the man of Yahweh, there is death in the pot. And they could not eat thereof. Why? It was poisonous. These herbs was poisonous. So that's why it says here, that's one of the reasons it says here, in sorrow shalt thou eat thereof all days of thy life. Because back in the days, he didn't have to do work to make the thing grow. To throw the seeds and stuff like that. Now you have to do agriculture. Check this out. Thorn also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So back in the days, you didn't have plants that have thorns and thistles. The earth wasn't fighting back. The earth didn't have no poisonous things. So the poisonous things to eat. So these things are curses, man. These things are curses. They're not supposed to be like that. This is what the Heavenly Father did because of sin. That's be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start making these type of plants that can kill people, that can make you hallucinate and jump out of windows, man. Magic mushrooms, by the way. Now it says here, the girl's parents. This is a girl have said they told the state of the Netherlands responsible. They hold the state of the Netherlands responsible for her death because the sale of mushroom is legal. Magic mushrooms banned in Netherlands. So they started banning it, but guess what? It says here have been popular among mainly German, French, and British tourists. So they like getting high over here. We know that. And they harm themselves, but they didn't kill themselves until here. But we know that you can still get it. I live here. I know what I'm talking about. You can still get these mushrooms in the store legally. And the thing is, they're not gonna sell you that particular brand. They're gonna sell you other type of things. Because I have 100% proof that in let me see which year was it. If I'm correct, it was 2014. I saw a dude go into a store buy mushrooms. I live here, which you know. So they still sell it, but they don't sell that one that can really mess you up. And that's the one he's telling you to go use. Don't be using none of these drugs, man. This thing is more like, I haven't read the article actually, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read it and put something in the description box. But I don't want to make this video too long, man. You know, talking too much. But right, basically, so it's cursed, and it says, "In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread," meaning you're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to work for your food. Till thou, which this motherfucker doesn't want to do, by the way. This dude over here doesn't want to do that, but he wants to leech upon people. Till thou return unto the ground, until you die. For out of it was thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. So, guess what? Yeah, that's what's up. Eve, which is the mother of all living right now, going on to over here. Yeah, he said, but yeah, I don't have to read this. I don't have to read this. Death in the pot. You already know. So it can make you sorrowful. You know, this food, it can make you sorrowful because, or it can give you a stomach ache. You know, bad stomach ache because you ate something that you was not supposed to eat. It didn't really kill you. It didn't kill you, but it made you sick. You know what I'm saying? So, what is this all about again? Oh yeah, I remember. This guy, he's real funny. Right, so let me read the rest of the comments that I put in. Now it says here, he also made barren women. Now it says, is here, let me see. That is a curse from the Father. Thus are the plants that kill people. They are a curse also. Genesis 3:17 and also verse 18. Right. Okay, going over here. By the way, I live in Holland where mushrooms were legal. All kinds of mushrooms were legal and have injured and made people commit suicide. But when a French tourist committed suicide, they made it illegal, but you can still just get the hallucinating ones or the ones that make you see colors. You can see that one too in the stores, and the other types, just not that magic mushroom that caused that boy to kill himself. It was a girl, by the way, sorry, but I think it was a boy too. Boy killed himself. Right. Teenager dies in magic mushroom. This is Dutch news, Pentanel. So this is down a boy, right? A 18-year-old man in Den Haag has died after jumping out of a window in his home while under the influence of hallucinogenic mushrooms, reports ANP News Service. The teenager was taken to the hospital on Sunday with severe injuries and died an hour later, police told ANP. Right. Why are mushrooms banned? Because this guy, a teenager, jumped from a bridge in 2007 after consuming hallucinogenic fungus. Right. So they show you that people be killing themselves, man. You know? This one jumped out of a window. This one jumped out of a... This was a French teenager, right? This one jumped out of a... What? No, this one just died. Oh, no, jumped out... Who jumped from an Amsterdam bridge. Okay, this one jumps from a bridge. This one jumped from a... Where is it? Window in his home while under the influence. So he lived here. You know what I'm saying? He was living here. So a lot of people was dying, but when this tourist died, that's when they started banning it, because they was like, yo, we can't sell this thing to these kids that come here and die. If you already live here and you die, that's on you. We're not gonna ban it because you're an idiot. You should know better. You know what I'm saying? But a tourist that comes here for 2 months or a month, not like a month or four, 4 weeks, obviously, which is a month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, just a little quick vacation just to get high. Yeah, it's bad for business. It's bad for business. This can also happen to you. You can get all kind of crazy stuff from these substances, man. Right. So it says here, so boy killed himself, girl killed himself, other one died. A lot of people was dying, man. So what do you mean they don't hurt people? Google it. Tourists die from mushrooms in Netherlands. Right, tourists. The Dutch government proposed a ban in April. This is what I got from Google, by the way. Citing, that's why I put the code. That's the word code, yeah. Citing the dangerous behavioral effects of magic mushrooms following the death of a French teenager who jumped from Amsterdam Bridge in 2007 after consuming hallucinogenic fungus. The use of magic mushrooms has hallucinogenic effects. The sale of most hallucinogenic mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms or pados, have been forbidden starting November 2008. Now it says here the sale of most, not all of them. The ones that are too powerful, man, they taking them out because they gonna kill you. More than they might make you kill yourself. More because you think you fly. You think you can fly. You see birds, all of a sudden be like, I'm gonna try this. Don't stop me. Jumping out of the windows, man, or jumping off of a bridge. More than 200 different mushrooms were put on the ban list because they were selling you this, man. They were selling, man, they probably got more than 400 different mushrooms, man. You know what I'm saying? And presently regarded by the Dutch drug law, so-called opium wet, which is opium law, opium act, as dangerous as cocaine or heroin. Let me read that part again. Now it says here, and more than 200 different mushrooms were put on the ban list and are presently regarded by the Dutch drug law, so-called opium wet, which is Dutch for opium act, regarded by the Dutch drug law, as dangerous as cocaine or heroin. So these 200 different ones, more than 200 different ones. So it's more than 200. Okay, it's not 200. It's more than 200. Are as dangerous as cocaine and heroin. But they were selling this up until people start killing themselves. It's bad for business, right? So what are you talking about? It doesn't hurt anybody because he said it hurts people. It doesn't harm anybody. You don't live in America. You don't live in Holland, boy. You live in a glass house over there concerning the effects of like legal drugs among you. If you was living in Europe, you would say some other shit, you doofus. Now it says here, I show here all the plants that are poisonous. These plants are all created by the Heavenly Father. How come you don't teach your followers to eat them? If you eat tobacco, you're dying. Poisonous plants. Let me see, poisonous plants. Poisonous plants. 15 plants. 7 of the world's deadliest plants. 7 of the world's deadliest plants, right? Right now it is here. I'm going to number 1, which is funny. Tobacco. Tobacco is the most widely grown commercial non-food plant in the world. All parts of the plants, especially its leaves, contains the toxic alkaloid nicotine, and can be fatal if eaten. This thing, but you smoke it. Motherfuckers smoke this shit. But it's fatal if you eat it. What would happen if you keep on smoking it in large doses? Is you gonna die younger than you're supposed to be dying. Because it's gonna mess you up. Despite its designation as a cardiac poison, well, what's cardiac? Your heart, related to the heart. That's why a lot of people have heart problems that smoke cigarettes, right? Nicotine from tobacco is widely consumed around the world and is both psychoactive and addictive. And this guy is talking about psychedelic and stuff like that. He's talking about psychedelic and all type of things because he wants to be psych. You're gonna be psyched soon enough, right? Tobacco use causes more than 5 million deaths per year, making it perhaps the most deadly plant in the world. No, it isn't. There are worse plants than that you can't even smoke. If you like touch it, you're gonna want to commit suicide. That's called the suicide plant. And this plant over here, oleander, is a beautiful plant known for its striking flowers. Yeah, look pretty, right? Though commonly grown as a hedge and ornamental, all parts of the oleander plant are deadly and contain lethal cardiac stop your heart, known as yeah, whatever, I don't know what that is. I don't even glycosides. Don't even want to look it up. Known as oriandrin and nerian. If eaten, oleander can cause vomiting, diarrhea, erratic pulse, seizures, coma, boop, and death. Then this is the beep, beep, beep. There's the beep. You know what I'm saying? And contact with the leaves and sap is known to be a skin irritating. What? Is known to be a skin irritant to some people. I don't have to read on. Basically, the Heavenly Father created those things. Why don't you go eat it? I would not advise you to go eat it. I just said that just be sarcastic. But then let me read this. Stop being a junkie and seeking an excuse to get high. What's the matter? Will too rough for you to cope with it sober? Or is it cold outside when you're sober? Or do you need it to work like a prostitute? Actually, I put in whore, but then they delete my comment. And I put in sex worker, but they still delete my comment. Why? Because I can't be degrading to females. They hate that. These devils, they freaking hate it. Here, I think, yeah. As you can see, they deleted it. So they deleted the comment. I can't diss. Yeah, whatever. I can't diss these females because they're getting angry and stuff like that. They don't like it. To protect the females, right? Right. So, you do know what a sex worker is? You do know being a sex worker is illegal in America, right? I put in your prostitute, but they deleted it, like I said, for the common average person. So if you doing that, you need to stop getting high in order to perform sex acts on male or female, whatever it is you do. Stop it. I'm buzzing jokes unless you really are a sex worker, because only they need to get high in order to cope with the reality of what they're doing. Why are you telling them people to get high? Like I said, you look high as shit right about now. Look at it. Look at his eyes. Thick, all swollen up, like he been poked by a mushroom tip in his eyes. I have no idea what this guy's doing and why he's promoting all these type of drugs, DTM, and all these type of things. I gotta look up on the DTM because, like I said, I saw the acid and I was like, ooh, that's not a good thing, man. Exodus chapter 16, verse 15. And the children of Israel saw it. 12. I start at 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, your power. And it shall come, and it came to pass that at evening quails came up. Now these quails are birds that you can eat. These birds, and they start eating them. This is lawful, by the way. Probably tastes good, right? Came up. The Heavenly Father caused them to come up and covered the camp. He was like, here, I feed you with this. And in the morning the dew lay around about the host, which is the army of the Israelites, the children of Israel. Host. It means basically a group of people and stuff like that. And here it says it. Where is it? Host. Guest. But here, host. A large number of people or things. An army also. That's host, right? So when the birds covered the host of Israel. Where am I? Here, right? And when the dew that lay was gone up, the dew is water, by the way. This is the dew. This is dew, water on the grass. It's just a mist of water. Behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing. So a small round thing, as small as the hoarfrost on the ground. What is hoarfrost? I typed in this. This is hoarfrost. So these little kind of circles, just as small as this, that's hoarfrost. You know, that's how it kind of looked. White hoarfrost on car. This is hoarfrost on car. It's small little, but in that case, it was little small circles. Right, so going back to over here. Right. It was in shape, but it was round. As small as the hoarfrost on the ground. Right? And what the hell is this doing? And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna. For they wist not what it was. And why did they call it manna? For they called it manna. Right, manna. Here. Hebrew 44 and 78. 78, yeah. Manna. What is it? That is what manna is. It's basically like, what is that? Manna. Right, manna. Right, and I'm going back to over here. So that's what the word means. What's that? Manna? Right, like basically with a question mark behind it. I need to fix this thing. Right, and then basically it says like, and how it tastes is going to explain how it tastes, right? Now it says, and it was like coriander seed. Right, coriander seed. Like this, this one. It was like this, round little things. So when this guy is telling you that, you know, manna, how to grow manna and stuff like that, he's talking about how to grow manna. Where's this video? Growing manna, magic mushrooms. That's not manna. That's not what the scripture says that it is. Psychedelic plants, using all these fancy words. Psychedelic plants are in the Bible. Yeah, they kill people. They make you kill yourself. It's a curse. You're not supposed to be eating those things. Watch out with what you put in your mouth. Mushroom tips included. Right. Going back to over here. Calling people sodomites, but loving mushroom tips in your mouth. Really? Sounds suspicious. Now it says here, like coriander seeds, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. Wafers made with honey. I think I put it here. Yeah, I know I put it here. Here. Ancient wafers. Basically, it's like this. Waffles. It's like this, but then made with honey. And this is also, you can make this from bread. Wafers made from bread. With honey. This then. It would be like this then. You know it said it's like wafers mixed with honey. It's very sweet. This mushroom thing isn't sweet. Mushrooms are far from sweet unless they put honey on it, you know. But yeah, made with honey. So it says, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. Wow, really irritating. Verse 33. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot. Okay, don't need that. Yeah, they was eating manna for 40 years. But yeah, so basically, manna came from heaven, because I'm going to show you here. 2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 19. Then had I pity upon your mornings, and gave you manna to eat. Manna. So ye did eat angel's bread. A mushroom tip in your mouth is not angel's bread, my man. Man did eat angel's food. He sent them meat to the full, because he also sent them the qualls, the birds. Psalms 78 and 25. Sorry. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 20. Instead whereof thou feddest thine own people with angels' food, and didst send them from heaven bread prepared without their labor. So the manna came from heaven, able to content every man's delight. When you eat it, no man on the planet earth would dislike it, and agreeing to every taste. So is no man upon the planet earth that would be like, I don't want to eat that. I want to eat the manna. No, you would love it. It says here, able to content every man's delight. It is able to do that, and agreeing to every taste. Everyone on this planet Earth would be like, I like the taste of that, man. Please give me some more. Please give me some more. You know what I'm saying? They would ask for more. You know? It might bring up greed up in you. Yo, it's my money. You know, stuff like that. Numbers chapter 11, verse 7. And the manna was considered as coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bdellium. Bdellium. Right. So I looked up the word bdellium, of course, and I got an if you check this, sorry. If you check this now, it says here the color of bdellium, but the other one said that it was white. What the hell is this guy talking about? Right? But if you click on images, and then you see this bdellium color. So this is how Esau fools you again. He shows you this, but then he shows you another picture which shows you that, hey, wait a minute, so bdellium is white? Yes, this is what bdellium looks like. This is the color of bdellium. And he got this from here. Finally, the truth comes out. The true fruit of knowledge has been hidden. This is manna from heaven. What? Looks like a little bead, buns, color of bdellium, a small round thing, comes with the dew, provides a visionary spiritual experience as coriander seed, hoarfrost. The Gospel of Thomas provided a clear picture of this simple truth and helps us understand it. Don't use this thing, my man. Stay still, stay spiritual. You don't need something to make you spiritual. Spiritual is within itself. It is the beauty and the gift of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't need a substance to get there. I'm going to put the link in the description box concerning the documentary of how the CIA gave people drugs. Psychedelic drugs is how this guy want to call it. In order to control the people. Because when you're high and doped up, I can make you take your clothes off for $1. You know? You can make girls into your permanent slave. You know, because you drug them up. And then they're dependent on the drug. Now you can do whatever you want with them. That's what you do to keep people in check. Dope them up. That's what this guy wants you to become. A dope fiend. Yeah. That's not a good thing, man. Right. I think I'm done. Took longer than I actually wanted. Sorry for that. And I actually had this one all ready to read, but I was like, nah, let me read it. Matthew 7 and 12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do, wait a minute. Enter ye at the straight gate, which is the difficult one. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Because this guy is talking in this same video over here, that because of this video, because of this exposure, he's now getting mad subscribers and stuff like that. He says PMS, premenstrual stone, is getting cut to pieces by a solo brother, and they absolutely hate it. What? Delusional. He's like this guy. I'm a one-man army and all. I never been taken out. I keep MCs looking out. I drop signs like girls be dropping babies. Enough to make a nigga go crazy. Energy barely taking all types of medicine. Yo ass thought you was better than. Hey son, I keep playing at y'all, man. Hey, this guy is delusional. He's like this solo brother ready to take on a whole army. You know what I'm saying? So this guy is funny as hell, man. This guy's funny as hell. And by the way, ain't you supposed to be in the gathering of brothers? Because this is the 140. We are building the house of David, which would be the 144,000. Why are you solo? Clearly, you're not one of the elect. Clearly, you're not thinking of the 144,000 as you be a part of them, because you separate yourself from everybody else. So you're definitely not, according to your own words, you're not a part of the 144,000 because you're solo. It says in the book of Revelation, chapter 7, that there's gonna be 144,000 army of men, brothers, but you're a solo dude on a mushroom tip. Maybe this guy has he's very lean. What to talk about? Yeah, you can maybe do this. I don't know how you call this in the English, so I'll put Dutch. Maybe he can do this. And if he can do this, then guess what? This face here can come over here. And what does that mean? Oh, shit, look here. Okay, what does this mean? If you can do this, then you can do it the other way around, right? So what am I implying here? If you put your mouth here, and you add the word mushroom tip. I'm a one-man army and soul. I never been taken out. I keep MCs looking out. you gonna suck up on your mushroom tip, my man. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny as hell, but hey, some people do it. He's solo. He likes mushrooms in his mouth. Mushroom tips. You know, I would advise you to stay away from these false prophets. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching you and telling you lies out of their own belly. And broad is the way to destruction, so wide is the way to destruction. So a lot of people will get killed. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they're raving wolves. Why are you going around calling people sodomites while those same people fed you? You're a wolf. You played very nice and very submissive, but you hate us. But it doesn't matter. You hate yourself. You don't know it yet, but you're gonna find out. You're gonna walk with your head down. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns and figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. The fruit that he's bringing forth is evil. It's gonna get you high. It's gonna get your ass locked up. Because if I'm correct, in America, if you use those substances that he says, they're gonna lock you up. So it's illegal drugs, right? And the scriptures shows you, like, listen, just stick to the law, man. It's gonna keep you out of trouble. If the law says, hey, don't steal, then don't fucking steal. If the law says don't be beating up females and stuff like that, because they they cheated on you, then don't beat them up. Of course you want to punch them in the face just a few times, but don't try to kill them. Of course, I understand you can't control yourself. Hey, but don't kill them. Think of Yahweh Shai. He didn't kill the female when she committed adultery. He didn't even smack her. He didn't do nothing. But what he did say, like, go and sin no more. But we're in the flesh, so you kind of want to punch her in the fucking mouth, but don't punch her in the throat. That could kill her. right? Growing mana, magic mushrooms is easy. All you need is fungus, right? You just let it soak over the seep over there, just and then you can eat it and get high. I didn't even know this is I didn't even know that this guy used the picture. I am not playing. This is not a joke. I am not making this up. I didn't know this guy used this picture. But when I read this thing, where was it? Well, I think I clicked it anyway. When I read that thing, I was like, this is most likely what this Negro has seen, and now he just does that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, this guy, he got this picture off of internet, but he talks about, yeah, he thought this and he thought that. But anyway, just clearly stay away from people. No, that's I would warn you. Sorry, I'm warning you from people like that, and just be aware of people like this. You need to be aware. And if you watch his videos and he's speaking all in his tongue and shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
Wahatha Pa'arath La Abanawi Yahweh Bahashem Shel Malaki Hawashai Bahashem Shelha Wakakwadash Laiwalam Yam Wa Adayam. All praises and the glory to our Father Yahweh, in the name of King Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit forever and always. Much love to all the real brothers out there, whether they're part of a camp or not, whether they're a solo brother or not, going high teaching this truth and enduring. And much love to all the real Akwathium. Much love to the helpers and friends of the prophets of the men and women that are gonna be part of the 144,000 and the 1/3.
When you was calling yourself a prophet, wasn't we helping you? But much love to the ones that help you, right? Because you're a prophet, right? Okay.
Much love to the 1/3 Israelites scattered all around the earth, the great multitude that scatter amongst the heathen nations.
But you giving one love to the 1/3. Maybe there are 1/3s in Great Millstone, but you said fuck all Great Millstone. So that much love. Listen, you shouldn't believe a Negro that be saying love and shit like that all the time. That's not real. I'm not saying that shit, because I don't have that. It's a bullshit lie. It's not real. The reason why I call it shit and I'm not saying it is because love is not a word. It's a deed. Fuck the word love. It's just a word. Love is a deed, not a word. You have liars and demonic people that say, I love you, right? Continue to smack his wife to shit like she loses teeth and shit like that. For example, he says he loves you all the time, but he keeps beating your ass just for basically burning the toast. Now that's wicked. But I love you, right? No, you don't. If you did, you wouldn't beat her ass up just for burning the toast. I have seen people like that. Black China is one of them. He used to be in the camp over here. If she did, I'm not trying to come off her. I did, but guess what? The motherfucker turned on me also, talking about, yeah, that nigga wicked. I'm like, what? I was trying to help your bitch ass by telling him, don't go home drunk beating on your wife. I hate that. Doesn't make any sense. Stop doing it. And no, I'm not trying to tell brothers how to lead their life concerning their females and stuff like that. But when you do things like that and you under the banner of Great Millstone, you can't do that. And not even under the banner of, fuck the banner. Not being disrespectful, but that's spiritual, scriptural. That's spiritual sense, common sense. Don't be getting drunk and then go home and beating on your wife because she didn't do something she did something that you didn't like. It's not supposed to be like that.
And even look just like these other heathen nations where they have been scattered too, and do not have the typical Israelite appearance, having melanated skin and woolly hair, but they still go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the holy, royal, chosen seed line, who the kingdom of heaven, salvation, the covenants.
All this so-called fucking love, but he calls himself a solo brother. And I think he said here, I know he said it. That's fucking right, bruh. That's fucking right, bruh. PMS started this shit, and I'm ending it. What? So you confident that you're gonna win? Okay. Cool.
Promises blessings and everlasting life is only for, and much love to the 1/3 women and children that are also gonna receive salvation through a man of the Lord. And this video's time.
1 minute and 12 was the salute. I already lost interest. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto Yahweh. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit, in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation, and comfort. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. I would that you all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, which is except you translate the thing that you just said, that the church may receive edifying. It's all about edification. It's all about edifying and edification of the people that you're talking to. Now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, which is different languages, what shall I profit you? Except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine. That's it. Don't speak a tongue that everybody doesn't really know. Only you know, and a few select. I thought you was trying to reach the whole world. Stop doing these stop listening to these type of people. No, start thinking about people like this that do a 1 minute 13 salute, saying stuff that they really don't mean. That's why I say fuck this love that this dude is coming. You know what's love? Love is going out there telling you that you're an Israelite, telling you the truth, telling you don't take the chip, get vaccinated, don't get fucking high like Towley. You want to get high? Don't do that. If you really love the people, you wouldn't make them end up like this. This is love. The guy that sold them that shit, you know what type of love he had? He had the love for that money that he had, which now, man, I think I'm hungry or something. I'm not even hungry. Which now, he has no money whatsoever because he has no pants on. So guess what? That's not love. This is hate. There's only two sides. You might not physically beat the shit out of him, but you made him beat the shit out of himself. That's love. That's love for money. I don't know. 1 Timothy 2. Yeah, no, it is 6. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse, I think, what, 8, 11? 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Money isn't evil, the love thereof is. Because you're so in love with the money that you don't care what you're doing to the people that you're selling your products to, right? Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. Erred means error. And pierced themselves through with many sorrows. You're going to be in sorrows after a while. Damn, I need to. I feel like I need to go to the toilet or something. But my stomach is empty. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I have this empty stomach, but it feels like I need to go to. Sorry about that. I don't want to speak this horrible shit. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom, y'all. Shalom.